Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well, provided...
Right card! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing. This game could flip on just how well Trent Alexander-Arnold can combine with his attack. I mean, so much depends on his ability to deliver absolute quality.
And he started his career in central midfield, of course.
Yeah, a position some say he should go back to accommodate the fact that he is always in...
Face-to-face with the keeper.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cannavaro, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's a quick one. Good ball, good take. Has a look and plays it forward. Ambitious ball here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Mbappe. Hazard. Floated through. David Villa. Quick look, then plays it in. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Now it's Mbappe. João Neves. And this is Raul. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries to get it clear. Now here's the terrific header. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Indonesia still without a single shot on target. Rijkaard. Now, can they get him away? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Robertson. Belletti. Ball comes in. That is good alertness. To Hazard. Belletti. Rijkaard producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Raul plays it in. He's got two. Goal! Palmer! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Palmer have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they takes a shot! He scores! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Well, we all know, Peter, that this is a team capable of breaking extremely quickly. The opposition should have been alive to the danger, but they fell into the trap.
Shoots! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
David Villa. And this is Drogba. And it's Robertson. Played into space. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Parma clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Tunisia get the second half going. Well, it's clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vitinha looking to play him in. There could be trouble here. Belletti. That's a sharp pass. No, that's been intercepted. He's gone for goal. Cannavaro. Robertson. And it's Vitinha. Searching pass he's played there. Big chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Raul really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Adams. Robertson gets across to intercept that. Vitinha.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Van Dijk. And he's in on goal. Oh, he's been caught napping. Indonesia needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Alexander-Arnold is always looking to play quality balls. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Ruben Neves. David Villa has created one goal already. Vitinha. Rijkaard. That's an imaginative pass. He's being urged to shot a chance! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the keeper beats it away. Parma have the chance to go. And there's the shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Now it's Drogba. Van Dijk gets over and intercepts. Courtois sends that a long way. He's had it taken off him. Nicely weighted ball. Alexander-Arnold. Baresi. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hangs him, Vitinha! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Cannavaro cuts it out. Alexander-Arnold. Baresi makes the interception. And it's Rijkaard.
Indonesia really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Robertson. Cross from Robertson. And that's the keeper's ball. Oh, that's a key interception. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And here's Batistuta. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Aims beyond the defence. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Alexander-Arnold considers his options. It's hit the upright.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the shot! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Parma take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Can he finish? They've scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his... And time is up. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions.
Real chance! Goal! Manchester United! And that's got him off to a flyer!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Indonesia finding themselves unexpectedly behind. David Villa, can he get on the end of this? And that's a goal kick. Now it's Rafinha. Now it's Drogba. Nicely shaped ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's Belletti. Looking to play him in. Good ball over the top. Rooney was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, that pass isn't the best. Rooney is onto it in a flash. That's beautifully weighted. And he's managed to get rid. And smartly reclaimed. Pass somewhat off target.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Shapes to shoot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Rodri gathers from the goal kick. Looking for options for movement. And he's worked it through. And he's certainly onside here. And the finish! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Sticks it away! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Here comes the corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And the keeper beats it away. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And now a sudden chance to counter. So much time and space here. He's cut it out. Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Great defending, strong and determined. David Villa gets into a good position. Great chance! In he goes again! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. David Villa. Belletti. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now it's Rafinha. Approaching the half-hour mark. And that's really well manoeuvred. And the pass is intercepted. That'll be a throw. Belletti. Drogba looks to get on the end of this. Rijkaard receives it in a good position here. Rijkaard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Strong running down that left flank. Header! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Manchester United look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, some tackle that. Thinks about the shot. Tunisia have reclaimed it. And here's Azar. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it. Rafinha unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Gets a good foot in there. Rooney. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here.
I think there's actually a quiet confidence in pulling this off.
He's gone for it! He would have been quick to recover it. Applies the finish! Good strike, quite an alarm. And he was quick to react. That has ended up in no man's land.
That's going in strongly.
And there's the end of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Indonesia really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Indonesia are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And he's quick to get it clear again. Oh, well played, well sorted out. David Villa! What a wonderful goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Indonesia take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Van Dijk. Nicely weighted ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Manchester United can breathe again, just.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Rafinha. Oh, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's Kukçu. Bernardo Silva. Kukçu. David Villa, he is onto this. David Villa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. No, that's been intercepted. Kukçu. That's Rijkaard. And this is Drogba. Threads one in. That has not gone well. That's a sharp pass. And it's Bernardo Silva. Adams gets over and intercepts. Drogba. That has been slung wide. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Substitution in progress.
Corner number 2 then.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rodri. Now, can they get him away? That is lovely. In with the challenge. And he's hit it long. Adams makes the interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for the run.
Manchester United really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Aimed beyond the defence. That's the keeper's ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They won another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And that is as far as they're going to go. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
The ball goes in. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. And they're back on the ball again. Knocks it into space. Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's a key interception. Very much into the last knockings. And that's been won straight back. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Rijkaard. Indonesia have a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. He's having a good look here. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Bale! Oh, that's fabulous! That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2 up now, and they are
There will be 3
cruising.
minutes added time.
Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, And considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Indonesia could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Takes a shot! It's hit the upright. And that may well be that. That is that. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception.
David Villa! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's played in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. James. Now, can they get him away? Takes aim and crosses.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Rodri. Beckham. Oh, super ball. And this is Torres. That has been slung wide. Now it's Hazard. He's shifting through the gears here. Takes a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Danger averted for now. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Madrid have got it back, and they'll have another go. Played towards the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Camavinga. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
No, it's come to nothing. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's made sure that's not getting through, or played right into his path. And this is Torres, and Torres! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And here's Mbappe. Camavinga. Probing pass. It's a pretty loose pass. Odegaard.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Little pass back. Mbappe! They want to be quick to recover this. Hazard. Well, they can break here. And they're not going to make any further progress now. James. 30 minutes gone. Camavinga. Kukçu. Now it's Mbappe. And he's well positioned here. Tries a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And he's there to belt it away. David Villa. And it's DiMarco. James. Kukçu in with the challenge. David Villa. In it comes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. There's a sharp little ball here. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Ball swung in. And he's gone looking for safety. And smartly reclaimed.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Kukçu. Bout of passing here, really. It's Drogba! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Rijkaard. Here's Rodri. Plenty to aim at here. Odegaard. Beckham. Camavinga. And it's DiMarco. And the first half is done. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Hello, attendees.
There's
This
goals
is
at this
a
stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Hat kindly make his way to the information centre.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. Kukcu. Indonesia looking to pass their way through, and that could set him on his way. Khan claims comfortably. And that's a throw-in. James. Ødegaard. Now it's Villa. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Saliba. Kukcu might just make this. Now it's Villa. And it's Rijkaard. Ødegaard. Kukcu. Torres. Not the most accurate pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Indonesia clearly didn't help themselves.
Has a shot! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Now it's Mbappe. And he's had it nicked away. Beckham with the cross. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. DiMarco. That's really well manoeuvred. Goal is still, neither side really getting onto the front foot.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Rijkaard. Looking for the run. Good ball, good take. Madrid can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Mbappe. Couldn't squeeze it through. Looking to play him in. Beckham. Deep cross. Up he goes! No mistake! A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
Madrid have penetrated for the first time.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Torres getting this one clear.
Indonesia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Just the keeper to beat! And the finish! They've scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Fired deep towards the back post.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That pass isn't the best. Camavinga. And this is Torres. Kirkchu. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Could move up a gear here. Kirkchu. He's onside. Cross needs to be good. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Good effort from distance. And again. Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Indonesia have their second corner now. Saliba gets it away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Beckham providing an outlet on that flank. It's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? Rodri deals with that comfortably. Bale in acres of space out wide. He's picked his way through. Plays it across. Indonesia with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. So, third corner of the game.
Rodri, number 4.
And there isn't a whole lot anyone can do with that corner.
Number 15, Ruben Neves.
Ford shows them. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not
Just
today.
a quick announcement, we would like to inform you that
Your final thoughts, Jim?
CCTV is
Well,
now in
Peter,
operation
I
for
really
your
couldn't
safety.
see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. These high, steep stands at Signal Iduna Park really do create an intimidating environment for every visiting side. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, the inclusion of this fella, Mickey van de Ven, is probably an indication that the boss wants to play out from the back. I mean, we all talk about how brilliant his recovery pace is when it comes to defending, but he's actually quite tasty on the ball too, particularly with his long-range passing, and he loves those diagonals at times.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! Ajax! And Ajax take the lead.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And he's picked out the run. David Villa gets into a good position.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. Decent chance! And he's quick to get it clear again. And it's Rodri. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Pass somewhat off target. Kirkchu. Looking for options for movement. Rodri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. David Villa. Drogba! Vardiol goes back to front. Belletti. Distributed tidily. Now that's a lovely exchange. David Villa. Rijkaard clears it away. Good effort from distance. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Indonesia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Adams. Belletti. David Villa. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Rijkaard. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Yamal. And Vardiol. Beckham. Hazard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. It's Drogba! It's loose, and there's a... Oh, he's been caught napping! And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Indonesia have their second corner now. Goes to finish! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That's really well manoeuvred. Ajax have the chance to go the other way. Threads one in. Hazard picks it up out wide. Oh, well played, well played. Beckham. Now Mbappe. Out to the right. It's a promising position. He is. Can he finish? And he's really put himself on the line here. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Guardiola. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Yamal. Good read, needed to be. And that was very necessary. Tries to pass it through. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Ajax clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So, third quarter of the game. Ajax are looking to go forward now. Looking for the run.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Hazard. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's really well cleared.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Hazard. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get it through? Here's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
There's the start of the second half.
Indonesia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. David Villa. Delivered with swing. Koundé calmly anticipates. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That has not gone well. Tries to play it through. Yamal's cross. And he's had a hit! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Rijkaard. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Drogba, and this is Hazard. That has been slung wide. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Indonesia get their fourth corner. They've played it short. This looks... He's having a shot! That has ended up in no man's land.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Mbappe, played out towards the right wing. He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
The attendance for this match was 60,332.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
And it's Kutchu. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Hazard. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That looks a cracking ball. And here's the chance to counter. And now the breakaway. Rijkaard. And he cuts out the supply. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Ajax clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
No, that's been intercepted. Koundé. Beckham. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Played into space out wide. He's in space and looking for options. There's the shot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Drogba. And here's Kukçu. Nicely spread. Elects to cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Indonesia really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Kukçu. David Villa. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rijkaard! No mistake! Do not write them off. Back they come. How very smart. He just got it right.
It's just really poor from a defensive standpoint. A very soft goal if you look at it. Everyone was busy doing the wrong thing. Someone's really got to be picking him up when he's in that position.
Coming on the field is...
And that has added a whole new and Beckham!
Substitution.
And somehow he managed to miss it.
Beckham fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
There's a sharp little ball here. David Villa in acres of space out wide. Now it's Drogba. David Villa. Real chance! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Drogba really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Number 11.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
And here's Bale. Rijkaard.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Bale. Kukçu is always looking to break lines. Beckham. That's a cute ball. No luck with that dink over the top. So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so...